Hello, everyone. Hope you had a great holiday. This is Anthony.
And this is James. There's lots to talk about today in movie news number 26. I would like to open up with a synopsis that got revealed for The Batman. So this is it.
This is the first official one?
Synopsis, yeah. 2 years of stalking the streets as Batman, striking fear into the hearts of criminals, has led Bruce Wayne deep into the shadows of Gotham City, with only a few trusted allies, Alfred Pennyworth, Lieutenant James Gordon. Amongst the city's corrupt network of officials and high-profile figures, the lone vigilante has established himself as the sole embodiment of vengeance amongst his fellow citizens.
Sign me up.
Sounds pretty interesting. So he's already hanging out with Alfred Pennyworth and Gordon, obviously, because Alfred's like the OG butler, and I'm pretty excited to check this out.
I'm glad it's not an origin story. I think that's a very smart way to approach it.
Yeah, so can't wait to see it. Also, box office. Ghostbusters is destroying at the box office. It's up to $90 million global gross worldwide, which is crazy.
And we're actually posting a review on it on Monday. Ooh, sorry.
It's top secret. Well, you already spoiled it. So, yeah, tomorrow you can expect some ghost content.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Clifford the Big Red Dog is up to $40 million. They had a great week as well. Encanto opening at $40 million this weekend, so Pixar does not miss. House of Gucci was just released as well. $22 million weekend is what's projected. Resident Evil Raccoon City is a bomb as expected, under $10 million probably for the weekend.
Well, that trailer looked like garbage.
It looks like a pretty bad movie.
The CGI in it, we watched it in theaters last week, and we were laughing at the CGI.
It's too bad because the story's solid. It seems the most like any of the movies compared to the video games.
Well, the story in the trailer solid, but you don't know what the actual story is.
But I mean, it just doesn't look like a very well-made movie. And it's Resident Evil. You could do something so good with it.
I think with Resident Evil, you shouldn't use any CGI. You should just go practical effects the whole time.
But I do like they have like the dogs and the zombie dogs, the zombie hunters and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they did these. The zombie dogs are better in the first one. They just put stuff on the dogs.
Yeah, it's just a real dog.
They look scary. Yeah. So I mean, that movie looks terrible. And Ghostbusters, I'm glad to see that it's really doing well because, it's not a superhero property, which is nice to see that as being the top king of the box office for a week. So I really love that.
So much fun. It's definitely like an all-age movie. Like, I guess above the age of like 9, 10, it's okay to bring. There's a couple swear words if you have young kids, but I think it's fine. If like they've seen the Goonies and stuff like that.
It's like a Harry Potter level of, there's some disturbing stuff in Harry Potter.
There's no cussing in Harry Potter, though.
Yeah, but you watch a guy to get turned to stone in the first one. There's some scary stuff. The troll's pretty scary.
I just meant like the adult humor. But
I'm talking about tone.
Yeah. The adult humor in Ghostbusters is there because it's very funny, but it goes over kids' heads. They have no idea what they'd be talking about anyway. So I recommend if you got kids, go check it out.
I didn't know what they were talking about.
Licorice Pizza was released on the 26th, so we're going to go see it this week. Hopefully Monday we'll have time to go check it out, to Paul Thomas Anderson's new film. Another big release was Kevin Hart's True Story limited series, which was released on Netflix. Has very solid reviews so far, especially the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is that the one with Wesley Snipes? It's a series?
Yeah, it's a limited series, I think, like a couple episodes.
Got it, understood.
And then mini-series, I meant.
Oh, very cool. So Marvel's Blade is supposed to start filming in summer 2022, and that's very exciting news. I think that if they start filming by then, you can expect the film to come out around the end of 2023, I would say.
Like maybe winter time, which would be awesome. Hawkeye was also just released. They do one episode per week, right? So, and so that first one just aired, and haven't had time to check it out. We've been so busy traveling, so hopefully we'll get around to it soon.
Yeah, we'll do a review on it once it's all out.
Yeah, hearing good things about it, though, just like all the other Marvel shows. More Marvel. Spider-Man No Way Home launched this awesome in-universe Daily Bugle TikTok account with Betty Brant as an intern. It seems like a lot of fun. It's actually very clever, so that's on TikTok. If you're on there, you can check it out, daily posts.
And if you weren't aware of this, The Crow is actually in production with Jason Momoa as the title character. The Crow was made in the 1990s with Brandon Lee with his tragic death on set, so it is infamous for that reason. Although that film, it was good, it didn't really live up to the potential of the comic book, but this looks like it's going to be a really cool adaptation. And there's actually someone leaked behind the scenes footage on set of Momoa in full makeup as the Crow. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, leaked it.
Yeah, leaked it.
The accidental leak.
But he looks cool. Like with the makeup on, he feels like the Crow. It's awesome to see that.
It seems like one of his best performances so far. It looks really fun. Yeah. Star Wars news: The Book of Boba Fett finished filming. It's in post-production right now. There's also a new image release of Boba Fett. Ahsoka, the TV show, is in pre-production right now. Dave Filoni is writing that currently right now. So once he finishes the script, I'm sure he'll start filming probably early next year.
He wrote Mandalorian episodes, right?
Yeah, so he's
and directed some of them.
He's basically like
Showrunning it?
the show, the voice behind all the new Star Wars shows. Him and Favreau.
Oh, he's like he's been in Star Wars lore writing for a long time.
He's been doing like the Clone Wars and stuff like that, and the
Understood.
animated shows. So he was the perfect choice. Like I think he directed the Ahsoka episode of The Mandalorian, I believe.
I definitely remember seeing his name on a bunch of Mandalorian episodes.
So yeah, he's
director.
like the genius behind a lot of this new stuff that's happening in the Star Wars world, which is great because he's such a huge fan and great voice for all their new shows. There's also a Jurassic World Dominion 5-minute sneak peek of just like dinosaurs 65 million years ago in their domain.
It's like Tree of Life.
It's pretty cool. It's fun. I mean, obviously, I don't think they were all in such close quarters interacting and fighting each other every day, but it's still pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I think they're very territorial, and they use just like any kind of animal. Like a lion has like dozens of acres of miles.
Dozens of acres of miles.
Dozens of miles, square miles, for their territories.
Yeah.
So it was probably very close to that. But I mean,
you gotta have
sell tickets.
You gotta have people, the dinosaurs fighting each other.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a pretty hard place.
I'm sure the filmmakers were like, you know what? We have all this money. Let's just do it. Dinosaur on dinosaur action.
But I mean, it looks cool. And then I like how it like cuts to like 65 million years later. It's just people at like an outdoor movie.
It's like the high quality version of the History Channel dinosaur
or Blue Planet
episodes.
Yeah, it's cool. Check it out. It's on YouTube.
There's a new psychological sci-fi film with a great cast: Casey Affleck, Lawrence Fishburne, and Emily Beecham. And the trailer is coming out soon. This film is described as being about an astronaut who is struggling to maintain his grip on reality while aboard a possibly fatal compromise mission to Saturn's moon Titan. So it's, with a great cast like this, I'm sure it's a great script.
It's called Slingshot.
Yeah,
get the title in there. And so the Titan, that moon of Saturn, is one to believe to have life or like some sort of they have water on there, something like that too. So,
interesting.
So it should be cool. Compromise.
There's an Eternal inside of it.
Dune back in IMAX for December, so hurry up. It's your last chance. I believe December 3rd. It's released in IMAX for a limited time.
It also reached $100 million domestic in its run.
And it's at $365 million, I believe,
worldwide.
Global. So we're getting that sequel
for
sure.
Looks like it'll finish out around $400 million with that.
Pretty good.
And then there's another teaser trailer for The Tragedy of Macbeth by Joel Coen, starring Denzel and Frances McDormand. This looks really fantastic. It's shot in black and white and square format, and it looks like Joel really embraced the use of practical sets. It looks like the entire thing takes place on a soundstage, but they design it to look like exteriors. So it looks like very creative filmmaking from him.
I mean, did he shoot that in 16 millimeter? Or
I'm not sure. It looks pretty good quality. I'm guessing it's 35 millimeter.
Yeah,
it looked like there wasn't that great.
But he changed up the aspect ratio, so it's more of a square looking frame.
Yeah, you can do that with the film you use, and also the camera lens will do that as well.
Looks great. Can't wait to see it.
It's very cool.
There's a bunch of holiday movies coming up, but obviously Home Sweet Home Alone. I was looking at the reviews of it today. It might be the worst movie of the year. It's like 16% Rotten Tomatoes. Audience score is like even lower. It just
the audience score, if that's bad, it's a bad movie.
It's really bad.
So the trailer is terrible.
We have a bunch of bad holiday movies coming. I'm sure there'll be a couple good ones this year, but like I said, I think there's gonna be 10 coming just to like
just
Netflix of just holiday movies. We're gonna get inundated with them. So get excited for these crappy cliche holiday films.
I'm just gonna watch Elf in the original Home Alone and Die Hard.
And I actually watched Gremlins on the flight.
Oh, it's great.
Such a good holiday movie.
I
It's
gotta
so
watch
fun. That movie is hysterical.
It's super funny.
But I do like Gremlins too when like Gizmo's got like the bow and arrow and stuff.
Yeah, he's like Rambo. They should make another. I would see that.
But not CGI. Keep it practical.
Gary Oldman did an interview, and he recently said that while on set of making Dracula, he starred as Dracula, obviously, and to prepare for his role, Gary Oldman slept in a coffin every night while making the film and isolated himself from the rest of the cast.
He probably killed people and drank their blood too. Let's be honest. If you're sleeping in a coffin to play Dracula, you're drinking people's blood for sure.
I love
He definitely
Gary.
tasted blood, I bet.
That's so funny.
I'm sure he was drinking it.
He's amazing though. He's amazing in that role.
But if you're gonna sleep in a coffin, you're probably drinking blood.
Yeah. And then Empire Magazine just released their new list of the 100 greatest movies of all time. You can check that out online or if you subscribe to the magazine. And I got to say, I agree with very little of it.
Yeah, Anthony was like rolling through it, like screaming in the living room. And I was like, hold on, stop. We have to film you reacting to this entire list because we love Avengers Infinity War. It's our favorite Marvel movie. but they put it at number 8 of movies all time.
And then
all time.
And then they put Endgame at 22.
So there's like 10 Marvel movies on that list.
I like every Marvel movie's on the list.
And then Fellowship of the Ring is at number 1, which I won't argue with. I mean, sure. I mean, I love that movie. It's a masterpiece, one of the best all time. It should be top 10 for sure. But I mean, this list is kind of ridiculous, and I think we're going to film Anthony just freaking out over it because it was super funny. He was like, Lawrence of Arabia is the 62. What's going on? Guardians of the Galaxy is above Lawrence of Arabia?
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's pretty nuts.
It's 15 spots ahead of Lawrence of Arabia.
I think there are 10 Marvel movies. We scrolled through half of it.
I didn't even finish the list, and I saw almost a dozen Marvel movies.
I
was like,
nuts.
wow.
It's pretty.
We're talking best movies ever made.
But I know they gotta keep their subscriptions up, so you know they gotta
keep their readers happy.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy is a top 50 movie of all time.
I totally agree with this.
I love Guardians. Top 50 movie of all time, or something. It's somewhere in that range.
It's 52.
52.
Yeah.
Are you kidding
52.
me? Star-Lord doing all these dick jokes is a top 52 movie of all time.
Yeah, I saw. It wasn't until 78 I finally saw a foreign film, In the Mood for Love, and other than that, I didn't see any other foreign films.
That should be top 20 of all time. Yeah. That's at 78.
I would argue that's the best romantic film ever made of all time in film history.
We should even just do an episode just roasting. We should do that. We'll
Yeah.
do Empire's 100 movie list. Let's trash the hell out of it because whoever wrote that article, wow, I know
it's like a first year film student made
I know
it.
you got to pander to your audience for I know everyone loves Marvel, so you got to get those Marvel movies in there. But I mean, you might as well put Rogue One in there in the top 22.
I'm not being a jerk, but I wouldn't put a Marvel movie in my top 250.
250? I mean, I might put a couple.
The only
in there.
comic book movie I put in 250 is Dark Knight and maybe another one. That's
Logan.
It. No, I wouldn't put it in my
I'd
250.
put Logan in 250 for me.
250. Logan's too close to Children of Men for me to really put it as its own in the top.
Fortunately, I get to make my own 250.
Yeah.
So I'm putting Logan in
you
my
can
250.
put Logan as number 1.
But if I had to pick a Marvel movie to go in, even though it's technically not really that much of a Marvel, it's like what, half Marvel?
What?
The productions of it.
No,
20th Century
Logan's
Fox.
all Fox.
Yeah, 20th Century
It's just
Fox.
in associate. They put the Marvel label on it to get
Yeah, that's
people
what
to
I mean.
watch
But
it.
that's why it made $800 million as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, Logan and Wolverine, but
Yeah.
still because it had the Marvel label.
Yeah, Marvel had no involvement in it. In
Like
the
I said, if they put Marvel label on a gallon of milk, that thing would sell out at Trader Joe's instantly.
yeah, it'd make $50 million opening weekend.
Not to
Did you
trash
have
Marvel.
This is like the best milk of all time.
We love Marvel, but number 8. All right, that wraps our movie news of this week. Hope you all had a great long weekend. Get ready for some awesome episodes. We have, obviously at these spoiled Ghostbusters coming out tomorrow, but it's okay. If you're listening today, you know what? We appreciate it.
Yeah,
So-
our super fans listen to the news.
Yeah, so we got the super fans listen to the news, Ghostbusters tomorrow, but it's also going to be with the OG Ghostbusters, so that'll be a fun one.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, we got a good one coming as well. So
I won't spoil it.
lots of new stuff coming for you, but actually there was a reference to it in this episode for Thursday's episode, so you know what? Get excited.
I missed it.
You actually said it.
I said it? Man, I
Yeah.
wasn't even paying attention. I blacked out.
You did black out. Everyone have a great start to your week. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Find us on all audio streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to check out one of these other videos right here for more content on our favorite films and breaking down all kinds of movie content. Thanks so much.